Hey everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday night GrowTeam call. Thank you so much for being on with us, and big hello for all of you who weren't able to join us live but are catching the replay. That we're going to cross our fingers and hope that exists, because if my computer kicks me out, it's really hard to piece together all the Zooms. So I'm doing something a little bit different tonight, and we are going to start this trend of starting with product information first, because I know you guys want to learn more and more about our products. And when you have new ambassadors that are joining you, or friends that are on your team, and you say, hey, you should really come on to our call, there's always some really great information, especially about products, and I know that you would love to learn a little bit more about what we have. So I thought it would be fitting to start tonight talking about our probiotics. How exciting. I want to know how many of you guys already have your hands on your very own bottle of ProbioCA. Yay! I'm seeing so many people are getting theirs in the mail, and that's so exciting that they came early. I absolutely love that our team decided to let them go as soon as they were ready to ship. So I'm sure that some of you guys have been wondering about the differences between Probio 5, ProbioCA, and Vital Biome. They're all kind of a little bit different. There's nothing that's the same. No two of them that are the same. What I am going to say is Probio 5 is what I started on. It's what a lot of us started on and found a lot of amazing health benefits too, because of the antifungals in it. It's kind of that sweet spot thing that I'm pretty sure a lot of you watching kind of went, oh my gosh, they changed Probio. Oh my goodness, they changed it, right? It's okay. This is one of those times when change is actually really, really good, and you don't need to be afraid about it at all. So Probio 5 has been around for a really long time, and it is a great product. It really is still an amazing product. The US can only get Probio 5. They cannot get ProbioCA or the Australian version of Probio Fit. Canada is the only one that can get ProbioCA. Now, we do have a lot of people who are asking for it in the States, so hopefully it'll be available to them as well. But when we met with the product experts, they basically said that ProbioCA is a renovated version of Probio 5. So Probio 5 was great, but there's been a lot of science that has come a long way as far as gut health goes in the last few years, even just the last 2 years. We've learned so much more about the gut microbiome and the importance of things like prebiotics, right? Because when I started, we weren't talking about prebiotics. However, if you remember that in Probio 5, there was prebiotic fiber in the brown rice flour. And that's why, when people are like, well, why is there a flour in there? Well, there's not actually flour, but it's a prebiotic fiber that's been extracted from the brown rice, and it's put in there for the probiotics to feed on so that they have the right food to nourish themselves in your gut, okay? So ProbioCA not only has the same 5 strains of probiotic that are in Probio 5, but they've added 2 extra strains. That would be the Bifidobacterium breve and the Bacillus subtilis, okay? So I just learned 2 really interesting things about these 2 particular strains of bacteria. Bacillus subtilis really helps to counteract negative side effects that come from taking antibiotics. So it's a really great thing to try to seed your gut, like to feed your gut again after, sometimes you take those nasty antibiotics and they pretty much nuke all of your gut bacteria, except we do have certain certain bacteria in our probio that don't get killed from antibiotics, which is super, super cool. The other thing that I thought was really interesting was the Bifidobacterium breve specifically helps with yeast issues, but also helps people with respiratory issues. So if you know people that maybe have issues with asthma or allergies or things like that, this is a really, really great product for them. And again, what I love doing is I like telling people, hey, there's ingredients in here that are amazing. You should go look them up. Go type them in on your computer and read all about the probiotic strains. I love making other people aware that they can take responsibility and control over their health. And I love that Tammy Hanowski is on here. And she is our resident genius as far as, can I call you a resident genius? I have a feeling, are you riding a bike? That's awesome. Like, talk about dedication. She works in the pharmacy world. And I love the idea that we don't need to be experts in this, right? Tammy's an expert in her pharmaceutical background. That's great. We don't need to be experts in this. We just need to encourage people to read and research and take responsibility for knowing what's in the products that they're taking. So if it's like, hey, you know what? I know that this does this, right? I know that Bifidobacterium breve really helps with respiratory issues. You should look that up and see what you can find out and share that with me when you do. Because when people start to really research, that's when they get super excited about what our product does. So that's really awesome. And in fact, I've got a couple people in my mind after learning that I want to make sure that they know that this product is going to be amazing for them to be on. Okay. So not only that, you might notice that the big buzzword that we were all looking for in the new ProBio was, however you want to say it, chitosanase, chitinase, however you want to say it. That was supposed to have been the big buzzword on killing fungus, okay? It does, but I want to share a few other things with you. That actually is part of the bacterial strain of the Bacillus coagulans. So it was just labeled differently for ProBio 5. It was in the bacterial strain all along, but that is one of the elements that helps to break down bad bacteria, but that's not the sole player here. We also have lysozyme, and if you listen to Jessica Hogendorn's video on the ProBio CA, you'll hear that lysozyme, and this is the one that I got really geeked out excited about. This isn't a claim that we can use, but this is just part of our info sheet. Like, I've got this, I've written on it, but this is the info sheet from the back office, all about ProBio CA, and it says, lysozyme is an enzyme found in egg whites that catalyzes the destruction of the cell walls of certain yeasts and bacteria. And when I looked at that, I was like, oh my gosh, if you look at that, you can deduce for yourself that this enzyme is really, really important for breaking down the biofilm around the bad bacteria and killing it, right? So what Jessica says is it is one of the most powerful antiviral and antibacterial enzymes in existence. Really exciting how it breaks down that biofilm. And so when I say biofilm, for those of you guys that are new with us, we think about the bad bacteria having a crunchy shell on it, just kind of like a cockroach or a shrimp. And so unless you are doing something to penetrate that shell, that you can't easily kill that bad bacteria. So that's why it's so important to have enzymes that break things down. It's also why, because Vital Biome lacks the enzymes, it's strictly just bacteria, right? Good bacteria. That's why we like to add Ease to Vital Biome to kind of supercharge your results, because Ease is an enzyme-based product and it helps to break down the bad bacteria in order for the good bacteria to work even better. Okay, so I'm going to get back to this in just a second. I love that they're talking about the caprylic acid in here being the #1 anti-candida and antifungal. If you start looking up some of these things, it just absolutely amazes me what this product does. And I love kind of watching for the undertones. So if you guys watch or get a chance to, say at convention, talk to some of these product developers who worked on this, and you watch their reaction, because of course they can only say so much, right? When we ask people questions at corporate, they can only say the stuff that is compliant for them to say, but you can read between the lines. And they get really excited about stuff like this. And they wish they could tell us more, but they can't, because legally they have to stick to the script, right? But we can look into it ourselves. Papain is an antiparasitic and anti-inflammatory, which is amazing, because as soon as this came out, and Jessica Hogendorn, who's our naturopath that's Diamond on Eva's team, looked at this, she's like, oh my gosh, they're going to be saying that it's like an anti-parasitic. That's so exciting. So basically, this is like a crazy all-star probiotic. So we had a couple of people asking, you know, oh, somebody has this concern, what would you start them on? Guys, blanket statement right now, triplex. triplex is where you want to start people. Triplex, triplex, triplex. Unless they're looking for meal replacements, triplex. It was really funny because I won't say who it was, but she sent a screenshot of somebody, you know, these are the issues that I have. I'm like, I'm not even going to look at your screenshot, triplex. And then I looked at her screenshot and I said, I looked at your screenshot, triplex. Like, it is all encompassing. Gut health, blood sugar, inflammation. I always think about that, the Pepto-Bismol ad, nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. It's like, yeah. Gut health, blood sugar, inflammation. Yeah. Hormone balance. Yeah. We got to come up with our own little jingle. Anyway, so ProbioCA hits it out of the park. Everybody needs it. This is a gut overhaul. This is like what you want to be on forever and ever and ever. Just saying. Okay? So then we've got our Vital Biome. And Vital Biome is still a rock star in its own right. It specifically, hold on now, I've got to find my paper. It specifically has other strains in it that are for stress, that are for controlling cortisol levels, that are for helping people with mood. So if you have somebody whose major issue is anxiety, Vital Biome, that works. And the greatest thing is, they work together. You can take both of them, and it's okay. What I do, and this is just me, is I actually don't take Vital Biome every day. I take it when I need it, when I think that I'm going to be stressed, or if I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious or whatever. I'll take 2 of them with 4 E's, and I'm happy as a clam. Now, it wouldn't hurt me to take them every day. That would be perfectly fine. I just like to wake up and have my Slim right away, and I really like to have my Vital Biome on an empty stomach. So I give these to some of my family members who have issues with anxiety or mood. So if you can think of anybody who would live in your household who might have moods that kind of go like this as they get to a certain age, if you understand what I'm saying. We love teenagers, right? Just drop it in their cereal or something. I don't know. Just get them to take it. It is a really, really great option. So Vital Biome is fantastic. Now, having said that, when I dealt with depression, anxiety, any of those things, I really camped on ProBio, like on the ProBio 5. And that's what I started with, and that's what healed my gut. That is what made me feel better. My emotions were great. Yes, Tammy. Oh, here, can I unmute you?
Here. Oh,
there
we go. Okay. Question now, because with the Vital Biome and ProbioCA, I was always told take the Vital Biome in the morning, take the ProBio 5 at night. Now they say take ProbioCA in the morning. No? I think that's what it says on the...
Ignore the bottle.
What's that?
Ignore the bottle.
So
because the bottle actually says,
at night?
Please take the ProbioCA at night without food. ProbioCA says to take it with food. The reason for that is if you want the digestive health, then you're going to want to take it with a meal, because that's the digestive enzyme. If you want it for other issues, then you're going to want to take it at night on an empty stomach. The reason that we take Vital Biome on an empty stomach in the morning is because your stomach acid is at its lowest point, because you're not digesting any food, you're coming off of a fast. And so that's why taking Vital Biome in the morning is really important. But then we've got the enzyme support here. So Sherry, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I just would like to emphasize, and I just was having it in a chat with somebody that was saying, well, the ProBio used to help with my bloating and everything, but now when I eat, I bloat right away, and it's like, so when are you taking your probiotic? Well, I'm taking it on an empty stomach. So I think we really need to understand that if when we eat, we have digestive discomfort of any sort, then that's when we need to take ProbioCA. Taking it on the empty stomach is for different purposes.
Indeed.
So really understand that depends what's happening with you, when you need to take it, and what's going to work best for you.
Yeah. Now, the other option there could be you could take Ease with a meal, because that has digestive enzymes in it also. And then you could still take your ProBio at bedtime. Or if you wanted to work up to more of what we would call a therapeutic dose, you could take 1 capsule of ProBio CA with supper and 2 at nighttime. Please, there needs to be a certain amount of respect to this new product and how strong and effective it is. So please, you can start at 2, like 1 or 2, but don't jump in. Even if you've been taking 4 ProBio 5 forever, don't jump in with 4 unless you're planning on plowing through some detox. Okay?
And I would also say that you may get detox that you haven't had before, or detox symptoms that you're not thinking might be detox. So that runny nose or that heartburn or that whatever unusual thing it is, think detox first. Yeah,
my major one has been brain fog. And so I am month 3. Like this is, I've got, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days left of my bottle. So I had 3 bottles. Today I felt super brain foggy, but guess what I did? I took 2 nights ago. And because this is such a yeast killer, you can expect, like, if all of a sudden you feel like there's a yeast infection coming on or whatever, because remember that detox can come in waves of your previous symptoms. So, but it's great for people who have reoccurring yeast infections or urinary tract infections, like, and the spirulina in it, we didn't even talk about this, it's got polyphenols, it has postbiotics, which help to enhance the benefits of the prebiotics and the probiotics. It's just, it's a rock star, you guys. Like this kind of like, if you've been around since before we opened, this is, assume that this is like an apology letter for all the bumps in the road, because this is like the best thing going. And for all of y'all that just joined, this is just great. Like, I'm very excited that this, I think this really does show where our company is going and how committed they are to health in general. Like, we've seen a lot come on board with our shakes, and they've really stepped it up in the way of our shakes. Sorry, pun intended. They really have, right? Like, and MetaBurn and Balance, but this just brings it back to, no guys, we are basic. We are gut health, blood sugar, inflammation, balancing hormones. Like, this is, we are core health issues. We are longevity, long-term, okay? So excited. So those are 2. Vital Biome, honestly, I can't say enough about how great it can be. Like, I mean, we do have the same claims for ProBio CA about IBS, but Vital Biome really is great for mood. The other thing that's really awesome about it for people who have an issue swallowing pills is they're really small. So if you've got kids, that's a really awesome thing. Kids or people with narrowed esophaguses, right, Tammy? Esophagi? I've never heard of it before. Anyway, so awesome. So there's our little product moment. Guys, these product sheets are in your back office. If you do not know, actually they're in Grow as well now. You've got product information sheets, and I'm just gonna talk about that for a second. If you haven't visited our units that I put into our GrowTeam page, I will be adding more units. They're very exciting. I didn't wanna like vomit all the Plexus goodness in like 2 days, but all of our info sheets are there. I don't have the Canadian info sheet for MetaBurn yet because I don't even know if it's up. But I need to go look. But go look at the ingredient glossaries if you're interested in that. But don't spend all your time there. You do not need to be an expert. You just need to know where people can find the information. You just need to know about finding the information and how to direct other people to find it as well. Carrie asked a question. The teasers that they're talking about from the US are just US based right now because they're more tools than they are product. So we asked that today. Those are from the US, but remember, like, we are patient, and anything that you see that's happening in the US, They do have a timeline and they are trying to figure out how it will work for Canada because we have different regulations. So if you guys have seen the amazing 3-day packs that are happening in the States with MetaBurn and Lean and Slim and Active and all of those things, that's great. For Canada, I mean, obviously we don't have Active. We do now have MetaBurn. But we have different packaging laws in Canada than they do in the States. And so they're trying to figure out a way around it so that we can legally have something similar. But you know what? It doesn't mean that you guys can't do up your own packs. It doesn't mean that we can't share them. It's going to look a little less, you know, professional, but let's be honest. The first diamond in this company sold Slim in sticks that had no printing on them. They were little white sticks. So really, we have come so far and we're happy, right? So you can feel free to, you know, and all of this is a write-off, guys. Purchase product, individually package, tell people, hey, you know what? This is from me to you. This is very personal between the two of us. I will share some of my stuff with you for you just to try and make it so that it sounds special just for them. You don't need to make it look super, I mean, yes, random white powder and capsules in unmarked bags seems a little sketchy. Maybe you want to label it a little bit, but you could even say that too, right? So, I mean, in the States, guys, like I made some comment to Amber Miller that I was like, yeah, we only have 7-day packs and 3-day packs for Slim. She's like, oh, that's all we've had forever. Like this is before, because we didn't have them, right? And so they've had that forever, but they've been doing trials where they've been like individualizing capsules and stuff like that for a long time. So you decide what you're comfortable with, be transparent with the people that you're sharing it with, and just say, hey, you know what, I thought maybe you'd be interested in trying some of the MetaBurn for 3 days. Would that be okay? Can I give you a couple of mine and you can give it a shot? Okay, great. How about this? How about that, right? How about the X Factor Plus? I think X Factor Plus would be a really great one to do. Oh, and just an aside with X Factor Plus, in case you didn't hear, X Factor Plus has a little, let me see if I can pull it out. When you get some of our capsules, no, this one doesn't have it in it. I must have thrown it away already. There's the little pillow packs, right, that have the silica in it. And especially for X Factor Plus, there is some charcoal in that little pillow pack to help cut the smell and to keep the moisture out. Well, for whatever reason, the last batch of X Factor Plus that they did, they forgot to put the pillow pack in that had the charcoal in it. They just put the stuff in with the silica. So as soon as you open it, it's a very fragrant bottle. However, if you leave it open for a day or so, the smell dissipates and it's okay. And if people get cranky, that was my word, crabby and cranky, if they get a little bit crusty about it, how's that one? Tell them to put it in the freezer and it'll all be fine, which is how I take my ease. Well, I don't anymore. I've grown up. I'm very proud of myself. All right, I wanna do some recognition. Woohoo! You guys, I'm so excited for this month. How many of you guys are so excited for memberships to be discounted? Do you all know that memberships are discounted right now? This is amazing, you guys, with Triplex and, okay, has anybody actually thought about this? We have, when people join, they get 250 perks credits. When they set Triplex up on subscription, next month, they're going to get an extra 200 perks credits, plus the original 100 perks credits that they have. So we're talking 500, 250, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 550 perks credits. I don't think that's right. 250? Yes, sorry, it is. 550 perks credits by the end of next month. There might be more coming, just letting you know. Perks credits, that's amazing. So that's number one. Number two, Poinsettia is still happening. Poinsettia means that you are not only getting paid your business building bonuses, which means that when you sign somebody up using your referral link, you get $25 US for any size package, right? $25 into your bank account every week that you have a new person. This month, they're letting those count as points as well. This is the 4th month in a row they've done this. So that means if you want to rank advance, this month is amazing because it doesn't matter what pack that your newbie buys, it counts towards your rank up. So exciting. So that means that not only are these newbies $25 for you, they're another 15, which is actually 40 US. Who wants to do that conversion for me? Hold on. I love converting. Nope. Whoever moved around my... It's about $53 Canadian for just sharing your referral link and getting somebody signed up on Triplex, which then they're going to get all those perks credits. Super exciting. All right. Anybody new from January is also going to get the opportunity to earn free buds for 3 buds. So they can earn their AirPods. Anybody from January into February. How exciting is that? Plus, we have discounted memberships. Guys, they're so... And Convention Contest has doubled your level 1s and 2s, I believe, for your personal level 1s and 2s. Anything that's for them, the contest credits are doubled. So huge shout outs to the following people. To Brenda Dick for bringing in 2 brand new ambassadors already. Brenda Messenger for bringing in 1. We've got, and the following people also have brought in 1. We have Sherry Kreviak, or Kreviak? Whose upline is she? Am I saying that right? Tina Kennedy, Verda Tondefold, Tammy Hanowski, Emily Wright, great job, Carrie Belcher, Laura Clausen, and Carrie Lemieux. They've all sponsored people this month. Congratulations, you guys. That's so, so exciting. We have somebody who is just on the cusp of going gold, and we're all sitting on pins and needles. And so we're so excited. We've got people that are re-ranking this month. We have people who re-ranked last month. We've got like, oh, it is a great time. And Darla Brown told us today, we are trending beyond what we were already in 2019. In January and in February, we are just picking up speed. So that is so, so exciting. Awesome. All right. Way to go, guys. So quickly tonight, what I want to talk about are the events that are happening, these health and happiness events that are going on. If you have one within driving distance, as in you're a Canadian, so therefore driving distance is pretty much anything under 12 hours. Just kidding, not really. Anyway, if you have an event that's within driving distance, get yourself to the events, you guys. This is going to be the last one of this kind for a very long time. We've been very spoiled over the last little while that we've had some pretty massive events coming. And with having the corporate staff, the product experts, the Diamonds coming, Darla coming, she's coming to Regina, like Darla and Ken are kind of flip-flopping between the events. Guys, this is gonna be amazing. So there's training in the afternoon, right? From, well, it's different depending on where you go, but in Saskatchewan, it's from 1:30 to 4:30. That training is for ambassadors. Carrie can tell me if I'm wrong. From 1 o'clock, that is 1:30. Okay, 1 o'clock. Be there at 12:45. Like I said on our call today, I was like, I just want to know what time it starts. I assume I'm there all day, but it's all good. So that is for ambassadors. And for anybody that you know that's coming that night who wants to sign up to be an ambassador, bring them, okay? That's great. What a wonderful way to kick off their business than to be poured into by an amazing diamond trainer who is coming just for us. Just for us. If you guys haven't made the decision that you're coming yet, why? Make that decision, come out. The other really great thing is there's gonna be a lot of us from this team that'll be in Saskatchewan at the Regina event. If you are trying to decide between going to the Alberta event that might be like an hour or so closer, or hopping over to the Regina event, come to Regina. But the Alberta people will be great too. Marge Martins and Sheila Cron are co-hosting, and they're going to be great. We have Diana is already registered for Edmonton. I'm so excited for you. And if you guys are coming to Edmonton, please let me know, okay? Because I would love to share your name with our hosts so that they know, like, we are one plexus, you guys. Everybody wants to love on everybody else, and never ever be afraid to go up to someone that you know and say, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm on this person's team, I'm really excited to be here. They would love to take a picture with you, to talk to you, all of those things. We are always here, okay? So that's the afternoon portion. The evening portion is specifically for guests. Doesn't mean you can't go either. You go too, but bring people, okay? This doesn't need to be somebody that you know well enough to go sit down in their living room and like, you know, cop a squat on their couch, or, you know, you don't need to know these people intimately in order to invite them, okay? Start thinking outside the box, because we want to fill these rooms. Everybody who comes and is a guest is getting their choice of either a 3-day HC sample pack or a 7-day microbiome activating pack. Everybody's getting that who is a guest. Here is the part that's super important that I want you guys to hear me on. This is the last time they will be handing out free membership codes. For the foreseeable future, they are never doing it again. So if you have, and as in, they are not sending them home with us. Get your people to the events. That's a savings of $56 right there, okay? Really important. Get the people to the events, get the bums in the seats. This is a great place, even if you've got wholesalers that are just happy taking their product. You'd be like, hey, you know what? I don't know if you've ever said anything about your pink drink to anyone, or anyone's like seen the box come to your house or whatever. Why don't you come out? Like, we've got some friends that are gonna be there. It's gonna be a really great evening. Bring a friend, you never know. I was talking to an ambassador the other day, she still is, oh, maybe she's not now. She hasn't taken the product for years. And I asked her if she knew somebody that she worked at the place that I know the person currently works. And I asked her if she knew this person, because I would really like to start the conversation with her again about coming back on Plexus. And she's like, oh yeah, she started Plexus right before I left that job. I'm like, oh, I'm really surprised that she said something. And she's like, oh, she got her box delivered to the office all the time. I'm like, so that's a way of telling people without telling them about Plexus, right? Anybody that's ever seen, maybe they're curious. You never know. So I want to share some great verbiage for you guys so that you can really utilize, number one, our events, number two, our amazing discount on the membership. So even if you can't get your people to an event, that's okay. They're still paying, like, what? They're getting 3/4 of the price off, right? Because has anyone figured out what it is now? I haven't subtracted. Is it only like $15 or something? Because isn't it 40? Sherry, I'm looking at you like you should know.
At the time you add in the extra perk points, they're getting back more dollars than they spend on the membership.
Oh, heck yeah.
Way more.
And here's the thought that thank you so much for saying that, because you just jogged my memory. When we're signing these ambassadors up, get them dreaming about what they're going to spend their perks points on. That's number one. So realize how many perks points they're going to get, and say, when you're consistent for 4 months, this is how many perks points you're going to have. You're going to be able to like try Joyum. That's so exciting, right? Get them using something else, okay? Here's the other thing. Can I just make a blanket statement that most of the people that start our products are women, right? What problem do most men have that they could use something for? Bathroom habits, perhaps? So we know that BioCleanse is one of those things that can kind of, I don't want to say back up, but you guys know what I mean. Oh my word, the poop jokes that we could have. I love this company. Okay, so not everybody uses a full bottle of BioCleanse every month. I take a bottle and a half, so it's just me. But if they've got extra, encourage them to share it with their spouse. Because not only does it help with bathroom habits, but it helps with stress, it helps with joints, it helps with muscle aches, it helps with, like, so many things. Be like, hey, you know what? You're probably going to have a little bit extra BioCleanse. You should share it with your husband. He would really benefit from some BioCleanse. Right? Try to get them to get rid of the bottle by the end of the month so that when we're trying to encourage them to stay on the triplex for months and months, that we don't have a backlog of BioCleanse. All right? So thank you, Sherry, for that. So verbiage. I love these little tweaks in words. Okay. So when you are talking to somebody, maybe an ambassador on your team, or maybe a friend that you've shared Plexus with that maybe isn't interested, you can talk to them about your referral link. Okay, so maybe your friend isn't interested. Oh, we'll start just with an ambassador on your team. Did you know that when you got your membership with Plexus, you actually received a referral link? You know what that is, right? Like you share the link with somebody, they can actually shop and you get a referral bonus back. Okay, I didn't say a business building bonus because that's scary. You get a referral bonus for sharing that link with people, and when they decide to purchase, like you did, you get a referral bonus. Let's work at getting you, we could actually get you $100 referral bonus if you, like an extra $100 referral bonus, if you shared that link a few more times. Did not say go silver. Did not say share on Facebook. Did not say start the business. Did not say all the things that we get all excited about, all the verbiage that we get excited about, right, is not necessarily what's going to excite other people. But what people understand is subscription, referral link, referral bonus, like things like that, right? So say that. Now, what if you talk to somebody that was like, yeah, it's really not a good time for me. Maybe in the future I'll think about it, you know, whatever, and just say, hey, you know what? I don't know if you've got any friends that you think could really use this, and this might be up their alley, but I have a referral link that they can use. And actually right now there's a discount on. And then, yeah, if you shared my referral link, that would be really awesome. That's not hard, right? Amanda, I feel like you're like, what? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry, honey. No, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm
Okay.
good. I was thinking of something.
Deep in thought. It's all good. I just
am.
wanted to make sure that, like, if I said
No, I'm
something
good.
that was not right, that somebody stops me because it's recorded
No,
forever
I'm
and
good.
ever.
I'm good.
So do
I'm
you
not.
think that that verbiage makes makes it less scary for somebody first time sharing their stuff, right? Yeah. We're not saying get your products paid for. We can say to them, if they're worried about cost, you know, you can actually use that referral link to offset the cost of your product. Did you know that every month somebody else buys goes through your referral link, they choose to purchase a combo just like you do every month, you actually get another 15% off your combo. Now it's like 14% and change. It's about 15%, and that's off like a small package. Ryan figured out all those awesome numbers. So that's really easy and not quite as scary, maybe, as, yeah. So last week we talked about chat events, and I have yet to put in the verbiage into Grow, which I will try to remember to do. But if any of you guys are on here and you're like, you know what, I would love to be able to share with a couple of my friends. I can't get to an event with them, but they would probably do a messenger event with me. Talk to your upline, talk to me, talk to somebody. We'll get like 3 people involved in a messenger event. So let me just run this down for you really quickly. Messenger event is really easy. It's open for 24 hours. You put 3 ambassadors in a chat on Facebook. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Me, Sherry, and Carrie. Okay? Sherry, Carrie, and I are all going to record on our phones a testimony, our testimony that is less than 3 minutes, because less than 3 minutes we'll share through Messenger. Okay? Then you guys can add any potentials that you have into that chat. And there's verbiage that says, this is a silent chat. We actually don't want you guys to feel pressured to comment. When we have this event, just put a heart emoji or a thumbs up emoji on each video as you watch it. And the event is going to be 15 minutes long. We'll say it better than that. But it basically outlines the fact that we're going to start this event tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And by 8:15, we're all done. All you have to do is pop in here. You can set a reminder on that, in that chat, and it'll pop up and it'll give them a little alert, and they can go in there. And you can just say, two friends of mine and I are going to be sharing our stories. And if you watch all of our things, there will be a code word at the end, and you can get something special for your time. I don't like to promise what it is because not everybody wants to send the same things. Some people will send a 7-day trial pack. Some people just send a stick of Slim, and that's okay. And then during that night, everybody essentially shares their 3-minute testimonial, a couple videos, the microbiome video I like, and then the 6 women opportunity one. And then we say at the end, okay, this chat's going to be available for the next 24 hours. Please go through and watch, and then send a private message to the person who invited you with the code word, because we do like a closing video, and then they will send you your special something, and that's it. I literally did this from the bathtub the other night. I did not share my video, like I put the video in the thing. I was like, I could do an event from the tub. This is the greatest thing ever. And they're so easy to do. You could do more than one a night if you wanted to. Does anybody have any questions about those messenger events or anything that you found doing the messenger events that makes them work better?
I have one question.
Mhm.
On the code word one. The code word comes in the final video, the closing video. Is that correct?
Oftentimes, you'll just say there is a code word hidden in one of the videos,
yeah,
so that they don't just skip to the end.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I've also heard that some people put a code word in each video and they have to tell you what all the code words are. But that gets really complicated.
Yeah, and I really like the duplication bit of doing your video once and being able to use it in multiple events.
Yes. And being able to share your video with other people and save them, which I think is brilliant. And it's 15 minutes. Like, legitimately, I did one that ended up being 25, and I think it was just uploading time. But we did one last week, and it was like spot on 15 minutes long, which was awesome. Gone are the days when you have to dress up and go out to somebody's house for a party, which, I mean, that's not bad either. But sometimes we just want to stay home in our jammies and be in our bathtubs.
And I think the verbiage for it's really important, because I think all of us, but specifically having difficulty getting people to actually accept an invitation to anything. So giving them a couple choices about what it is, letting them know that it's short. I think those things are really, really helpful.
Well, and the other piece is that if you aren't available at 8 o'clock, that's okay. If you get home from work at midnight and while you're having a snack or whatever, you can watch this 15-minute event, it still works for you. Or if something happens, I don't know, the cat eats the avocado and has to go to the vet. So, you can watch it later. Awesome. So tomorrow night, I have to check to see what time it is. Tomorrow, at some point in time, I am doing a power hour with Ryan Flatt. Very exciting. I thought it was today. Hold on. Let me just look. Good thing I know, right? It is at 3 p.m. Central. So if you guys are home during the day and you want to hop on, I will make sure to put it in Grow. I love doing these corporate ones. The corporate ones are so much fun because then he gives away prizes. Yeah, if you come on and you're interacting in the chat, he gives swag. Yeah, I know. You might as well come. And he'll like pick Canadians. The one from, was it last week or the week before? Can't remember. It was so good. It was so good. So hopefully it'll be great. I'll be there. And yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun. Shout out to all of you all that are still hanging out with us in our special leadership groups. We've got our Road to Kona group, and then we've got our Silver Mentorship program that's called something different than the Silver Mentorship program, but I've got it written down over there as Silver Mentorship. And so forever and ever, that's what it's going to be called. That is really exciting, and we are going to dig more into it in the days and weeks to come, especially with the membership being less and Poinsettia still being on and all of those things. Does anybody have any questions? Nothing. Okay. Make sure you invite lots of guests to come to these events. Even if you can't come, that's okay. If you have an aunt in Edmonton, or if you have somebody that's near Surrey, BC, or if you got somebody that's by Regina or Winnipeg, invite those people and then let the people, like, let me know. If it's in Surrey, let me know. I will connect you with, or connect them with the host so that they know that they're coming. Like, obviously they have to register, all of those things. But yeah, it is going to be amazing. And I really do feel that this is a new start for us in this country again with triplex going forward. We have so many more tools for us now. And I don't know, I'm just looking around at all the faces on here, and I can see so many people that are going to be ranking up in the months to come that I'm so excited for all of you guys. So anyway, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow on our Power Hour. See you.